What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. And today we're celebrating 3-point collecting. It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. Ooh, it's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. There go. Hey, put your hands in there if your team got 3 points this week. Let's go. Spurs fans and United fans, put them hands down. Keep them hands in your pocket. We move. Shameless FC back in full effect. We don't play another game for 8 days. So I will be out of control for the next 8 days, people. You got to take them W's, people. You have to take them W's. Stand up if your team got 3 points. Let's go. We move, people. We move. It's as simple as that. And at the same time, yeah, if you hate Tottenham, we stand up twice. Big up to the community. And listen, if I can have Arsenal therapy when we lose, then I'm at least going to enjoy when we win the game. That's for damn certain. Top flight security of the world, Craig. Not just the city, the world. First win of the year. Let's go. 2022. Arsenal have arrived. It's about time, man. Jeez. So, yeah, we have to take them W's, man. And you know what? For today, we're going to rename it. I am not going into Granit Xhaka mode today. I'm going into Alexander I nearly called him lack of threat. I'm going into Alexander Lacazette mode today. For those of you seeing my... All right, I wasn't overly happy with Lacazette last night. Let's just put it that way. I wasn't overly happy. That's the way I'm going to explain it. I won't go too far. You know, I had to put Thierry Henry on the green screen today because, you know, History FC... Once a French striker in an Arsenal shirt used to get in that position, left-hand side of the penalty area, and bend it in the far corner, and it was the easiest finish ever for him. A certain French striker yesterday made it look a little bit more difficult. I wasn't best pleased with it. Let's just put it that way. If you've seen the reaction, it is what it is, people. But that's the passion, people. That's the passion. Big up to each and every one of you for tuning in. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you're enjoying the weekend coming up. Arsenal don't play for 8 days, but we did go 3-point collecting, and it is something to feel good about. I feel good. Yo, get me a red stripe, man. Let's go. It's Friday. The sun's out. I'm good. I put out a little video, actually, this morning. I was at the Emirates this morning. Just got back from filming Talk is Cheap. That'll be out tonight. Go and check that out later on. And it was a good feeling at the Emirates, man. I did go in the armory. I didn't buy anything. I see everyone commenting saying he's bought new kit. He's bought new training kit. I'm innocent. I had a look. I didn't buy anything. There was nothing in there that I liked. And, you know, you need to do more than win one game for me to get the card details out. But we move, people. Big up Desmond, who said, Lacazette, you fraud. I'm still crying. I feel bad, you know, because I do actually kind of like Lacazette, but... You got to finish your dinner, man. If I go in the kitchen and season up the chicken and, you know, make the rice and cook up the veg and all that, and I give you it and you drop it all on the floor, you've wasted my time. Man cooked the dinner and served Lacazette and he threw it over his shoulder last night. I don't know what kind of madness he was dealing with. Big up Cello. See you, net. Big up to everyone in the building. You know how we move. Lacquer, you prick. Yeah, that might have been part 2 last night. I can't lie. Lack of precision, you know. Yo, lack of threat, lack of precision, lack of goal threat, lack of goals. I like the video at the Henry statue. Yeah, man, you have to talk to Thierry, man, when things are going wrong. Man said, man bought it all. Nah, man, get top 4 and we just swipe the card, you know, and take it. But nah, man, not after just one win. James Brown, I feel good. Come on, man. Big up everyone in here anyway. Neutral OG, thank you for your kind donation. Big up to you. Pat Does Fitness, thank you for the stream yesterday, Big C. Listen, man, the passion, man, we move. You know, we don't quite understand why we still support them at times. Genuinely. Sometimes you say, why do I still put so much commitment into this football club? But we do it. It's the love, it's the passion, it's the commitment. Without knowing it, you sign a lifetime contract with your football team, people. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. Lacazette couldn't bend a straw. He'd probably break it in half, man, I'm telling you. But that's all we got right now. That is all we got. Big up to Nick. Big up to each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. Smash that like. Don't forget today, people, today's video is sponsored by Spitch. Where is it? Where am I pointing? There, just there, top right-hand corner. Brand new fantasy football app on behalf of One Football. Link is in the description. You have to be 18 and you have to be in the UK or Ireland at the moment to play this game, but you can win prizes of up to £70,000 a week. Weekly competitions. Just pick your team, try and get loads of points and try and win some money. We're in a recession, people. You need to win that dough. So big up to Spitch. Link in the description below. Go and download that. Don't forget, follow me on Twitch as well. That link is in the description. When we get to 1,000 followers, we go live. We've hit like 370 in one day. So we're on our way, people. Right, let's go. Penalty spot. Lacazette needs to learn to bend it like Beckham. He can't do that. Yeah, he did get an assist, and it will be reflected in the player rating. So I'm not going to kill him too much, but yeah, I'm still not quite over it. Nicholas said, big up Curtis, tuning in from home, quarantine as he's got COVID, resting up, enjoying the stream. Vital 3 points last night. The lad showed grit and steel to come away with all 3 points. Get well soon, Nicholas. And you're right, man, you're right. They did show a lot of heart. Man said, ooh, sponsors and that. Ooh, sponsor friend, ooh. Right, we move. Let me start. Introductions finished, people. Arsenal v Wolves. 1-0 at Molineux. Somebody was saying, I haven't checked this, people saying this is the first time we've beaten Wolves since they came back up to the Premier League. I haven't actually got the stats in front of me, but this is what somebody told me. Ruben Neves was hella salty last night. Oh, Arsenal fans, they're celebrating the win so much. It shows how big Wolves are. Ruben Neves, if you're watching this or anybody gets this back to Ruben Neves or anyone in Wolves, let me make one thing clear, Ruben. Wolves are nowhere near the level of Arsenal. You were some little side piece in the Championship. No one really was interested in Wolves until Jorge Mendes got all the Portuguese players over there. Yeah, so relax yourself. We were celebrating because we won a game where we went down to 10 men and we kept a clean sheet. So don't get too big for your boots, bro. Yeah, that's it. You're not signing for Arsenal now. You can stay there and sink at Wolves. Yeah, running around in that orange kit. Relax yourself. Salty Ruben Neves trying to throw shade on Arsenal. Yeah, he was trying hard, but take the L, man. Relax yourself. Big up Fitzjoseph said, you're right that this sort of performance is simply not sustainable for the rest of the season. It's not good enough, and Lacazette's finishing is woeful. Big up to Fitz. And listen, I will bring balance. I am going to bring balance to this debate. Appreciate your super chat, bro. Never like Neves anyway. Title charge back on. Yeah, give us 10 years. We'll be up there. 10 years ago, you weren't in the Prem. You know what I'm saying? I don't even remember Wolves, man. You know what I mean? Don Goodman and Steve Bull. If you know, you know about them, man. Their Wolves were gone for years, man. They only come back because the Portuguese man came with the dough. So relax. Cook him, bro. You have to, man. Man can't come sending for Arsenal. I can't take shade off teams like that. I'm not accepting it, Wolves. Haroon said more like puppies than wolves. You know what I mean? They like them stray foxes at the side of the road late night, scrimmaging around for some scraps. You know what I mean? No wolves business last night, let me tell you. So they need to really... Yeah, man, empty the clip, man. You know what I mean? I ain't taking slander from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Nah, man, I ain't having that. Steve Bull was decent, I can't lie. Right, let me get into it. Player ratings time. I've got to admit, I'm going to say this openly. Usually I watch the game back the day afterwards. I haven't watched the game today because I had to go out and record Talk is Cheap and I was at the ground. So I'm going to need some help with some of these player ratings from the community, you know, because I may be way off with some of the ratings. Stray Fox Businessman. Broad said, I can hear the Champions League music from the distance. You better relax. I can hear the Europa League music in the distance, bro. Marga dog in Jamaica more tough than... You know what I mean? Them dogs at the side of the road in Jamaica, man. Them skinny dogs, they'll yap you up, bro. I'm telling you. Ramsdale, man of the match. Right, let's get into it. I've got a different opinion on that, but we'll talk about it. Wolves 0, Arsenal 1. Great victory. It's not one of them games that in 3 or 4 months' time, you're going to go on YouTube and type in Wolves against Arsenal and watch the highlights. It was a stinker. It was a stinker, to be honest. I don't even want to watch that game back. I can't lie, people. But we won. It was an important win. Gabriel Magalhães scores. Gabriel Martinelli sent off. As I said, made in the favelas of Brazil, people. Here's the stats. 15 shots for Wolves. 12 for Arsenal. 2 on target. They had 4. 59% possession. Understandable with the fact we had a man sent off. Three yellows for Arsenal, 1 red, 2 yellows for Wolves, and yeah, that's pretty much the tale of the game. Arsenal move up to 5th in the Premier League, and 1 point behind West Ham in 4th with 2 games in hand. Level on points with Man United, above them on goal difference, but we have a game in hand. Spurs are 3 points behind us with a game in hand. And Wolves are now 5 points behind us. I don't think Wolves are in the top 4 race. I think it's a straight shootout. West Ham, Arsenal, Man United, Spurs. Yeah, as I said, it wasn't a great game, and we're going to break down the player ratings and the performance and go into a little bit of detail. For me, I'm delighted with the result. The result is the best thing that happened last night. In terms of individual player ratings, I don't think many players are going to get really, really high ratings in this. And whilst Wolves have got the second best defence in the league. You go there and get a victory, it's a good result. But, like Welly's saying here, 4 red cards in 6 games. It's not sustainable. You can't keep doing that and getting away with it. We're not going to be able to always hang on. We saw at the start of January when we went down to 10 men against Manchester City, their quality paid off in the end. We ended up losing the game. We're lucky we got away with it last night. Wolves were quite short of ideas. I felt like all they did is get the ball out wide and put crosses in. Ben White and Gabriel dealt with pretty much everything in the air, and we got away with it. I thought Daniel Podence was fantastic yesterday for them. Although a lot of people were saying in the comments he had minimal end product, but he gave me Eden Hazard vibes. Really looks good. 26. He'd be on my radar if I was Arsenal. I'm not saying he's the answer. He's somebody I'd be looking at. Desmond, appreciate his super chat, bro. Said, Henry is our legend. There's his Sylvan Ebanks Blake. I remember him, He weren't bad for a little bit. I can't lie. They missed the Dharma. Yeah, they missed the pace, man. Franklin said, Lacazette, Henry angles, Shamak levels. Oh, man. You think to yourself, sometimes I genuinely watch back bits of the watch along and I think I look like a lunatic. I can't believe what Arsenal does to me. It turns me into a madman. But yeah, Micah said Wolves played into our hands. I thought Wolves were pretty poor. I'm not going to lie. I thought they were quite poor. Jimenez was not great. Neves tried but didn't do much. Then Donker in midfield was ineffective. Like someone just said here, man, Buenos Aires, Podence and Trincao were good. Trincão's on loan from Barcelona. He done Kieran Tierney once or twice. Podence is class. He did Cedric a few times as well. But outside of that, they didn't have much. Don Arsenal said Podence isn't better than Traore. I think technically he's a lot better, but Traore's just got that blistering pace, hasn't he? Podence has no end product, unfortunately. He's not a striker. Yeah, Lacazette, our new defensive midfielder. Lacazette was struggling to keep up with play. Lack of fraud clip is gold. I feel bad. If I ever meet him in the street, man, I feel like a hypocrite. Big C, we were in control even after the red card. Were we in control? I think defensively we felt solid. It didn't feel like they were going to score. But I just wish could have scored the second goal. It would have been, over earlier. Zank Crow said Mick McCarthy is their legendary coach. Cedric played better last night. Curtis, you're a passionate fan like the rest of us. Oh, listen, it is what it is, isn't it, people? Let's get into the player ratings. As I said, didn't watch the game back today, so I'm just purely going off what I remember from seeing the game. But obviously on the watch along, a lot of the time I'm looking at comments. I may miss things. So I want a little bit of guidance from you today, people, as we go through this. Khalid said it's a semi-therapy session. Listen, as I said, before we get into the player ratings, result, fantastic. Performance still has holes in it, in my opinion. What kind of frustrated me about last night, I look at Arsenal and I think if you put a top quality midfielder next to Thomas Partey, and you put a real top goal-scoring striker up front instead of Lacazette, I feel like we're a good team. But having those two players not there is where there is an issue with Arsenal. So you can see we're 2 players away, at least, from where we need to be. So, anyway, let's get into the player ratings. Aaron Ramsdale in goal, I believe, forgive me if I'm wrong, I had a few notes. I believe that's his 11th clean sheet this season, which is fantastic. And as I always say, and I like to make this clear to everybody, I have no agenda against any player, any coach, any manager at Arsenal Football Club. I am more than willing to eat humble pie in any situation that is to the benefit of Arsenal. So some people say, you've got an agenda against Arteta. I don't think Arteta was the right manager, and I've never been convinced. If he gets us in the top 4, he will get all the congratulations he deserves. And Aaron Ramsdale is the prime example. When we signed Ramsdale, I said, not good enough, made too many mistakes, come from the Championship, struggled at Sheffield United. I didn't want him. He has been fantastic for us this season. So good on the ball. And, you know, it's his presence. It's his, you know, it's just his, he's got a personality. He gives off a certain spirit that we haven't had for a while. I thought it was brilliant. Again, clean sheet. I'm going to go for, what am I going for? Yeah, do you know what? Brenazira said we want that humble pie. I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he made some really good saves. He came, he collected his crosses. His kicking was solid. I thought he did well. Made a couple of good saves at the end where he tipped him over the bar. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I just love his spirit. You know, I love seeing him celebrate in front of the fans. He's constantly talking. There was a time when Arsenal let somebody shoot unmarked and he ran to the penalty spot and started shouting at one of the defenders. You never saw that with Bernd Leno. You just didn't. So I'm going to give Ramsdale 8 out of 10. I think he's been a breath of fresh air. What I will say is I still don't think Leno is a bad goalkeeper. I really don't. I think Leno will get a decent move in the summer. But he's got such an infectious personality, Ramsdale. 11 clean sheets, full of confidence, in the England squad. Brilliant. In my head, I was thinking 7.5, but it's Friday. We won. It's a clean sheet. 8 out of 10, and we move. Let's go for Cedric at right back. I called him Cedric the Entertainer a few weeks ago, which is very disrespectful, but I can't help it. I've got that kind of comedy type of personality. But listen, let me be honest. Cedric was better yesterday. He does deserve some credit. And he got done a couple times by Podence, but in general, he was good. He put a fantastic cross in the first half that, in my opinion, Lacazette should be doing better with. It flicked off his head as Lacazette's, you know, finishing kind of went throughout the game, to be honest. Dylan said, jumps for every shot like it's a Champions League final penalty. Yeah, man, he's got that. He's passion. He's enjoying it, Ramsdale, man. He's gone from the Championship to top 4 race. Fitz said, I'm giving credit to Arteta for Ramsdale. You must remember the manager screwed up by letting Martinez go in the first place. And that is a great point. I said at the time Martinez should have stayed over Leno. So he kind of fixed the wrong that he created in the first place. But yeah, you're right, Fitz. Cedric. I thought Cedric did well. He was solid. Put in a great cross as well. Def Comedy Jam type of personality. Do you know what? I'm going to give him credit, and I'm going to give him a 7. I'm going to give him a 7 because he played against Podence, who for me was their best player. He is still average, in my opinion, but because every Arsenal fan was in the comments going, oh no, Cedric, he's terrible. He's going to get ripped apart. It's probably a 6.5 performance. It was nothing special, but because he was kind of playing with the fan base having that negative point of view on him, I'm going to be a little bit more positive and squeeze that 6.5 up to a 7. I thought he showed that he can be a decent fullback as cover, but we still want Tomiyasu back. He is an upgrade. But one thing I give Cedric, he does have a very good cross. So I'm going to be positive and give Cedric a 7. Shane, thank you for your super chat, bro. Said, hey, Big C, love your work, G. Big up the C. Any chance you could put the rating you give on the screen so we can review visually? Do you know what? I'm going to do that for the next game. That is something I should put up, really. I'll sort that next one. What I may start doing is putting up the player ratings as a separate video afterwards as well. Clip it out and put it up for anybody that doesn't watch the full stream. So yeah, I will sort that. So I'll squeeze a 7 for Cedric. It's Friday, man. We're in a good mood. We picked up 3 points. Let's go to Kieran Tierney. He was getting do you know what? It was interesting last night. There was a lot of comments last night about Kieran Tierney in the chat during the live stream. And generally, for some reason, a lot of people were saying that Tierney is overrated. This kind of energy came out of nowhere. Now, on one hand, I don't know if Arsenal fans, we've just automatically got this personality where we're looking for the negative in someone's performance. But I think the general feeling was that because he's so hyped up by the fans and the media, a lot of people say he should be captain. People say he's the great left back. He's the best left back we've had since Ashley Cole. You know, a lot of people in the chat last night were saying that Nacho Monreal and Clichy were better left backs than Kieran Tierney. That could be the poll we put up actually towards the end. I'm not going to annihilate him for last night. He got done by Trincao once, dropped 2 step-overs on him and sent him. And that Chiquino who came on, done him as well. But apart from that, he was pretty solid, to be fair. So I don't know. I feel like I think he was our worst defender. What are you giving him, people? MD said 6. Liam said, I don't think he's overrated, but he was poor yesterday, a 5. Idris saying they are better than him. Bluey said Monreal was sick on his day. No way a 6. Poor Mumps doesn't mean he was worse than them all. Chill. I thought he was our least effective defender yesterday, honestly. Clichy and Monreal for far better players than Tierney. Big C, lack of threat back in business. He was normal. Ibra says 5. Rowan said 5. Midnight said 6. 5. Didn't overlap once. And that's another thing. Do you know what? I'm going to give him 5.5. I didn't used to do halves, but sometimes you need a half. I didn't see him overlap Martinelli much at all. I really didn't. And defensively, he was okay, not great. I think because the standard of our whole back four has gone up, the judgment on Tierney is a little bit more harsh now. He was probably our best defender a year or so ago. Now we've got other defenders who are similar, or maybe even better than him. But I just didn't think he was great yesterday. I got to be honest. Didn't get forward much. Defensively got done a couple times. Not terrible. I'm giving him a 5.5. Monreal better than Tierney, bro. What are these cats smoking? Listen, I'm just saying. People were saying it. People were saying that Monreal was like a consistent 6 or 7 every week. And Clichy. But we'll put it in there. Do you know what? That is going to be the poll. I'm going to put that up now. Let's get a poll up. Right? I'm going to put all 3 of them up. Who was the best left back? Listen, we know Ashley Cole is the best left back that Arsenal have had, probably ever. Or some people will say Kenny Sampson. But out of the modern day left back since Ashley Cole, I want to know who you think our best left back is. So, who was the better left back? Who was the better left back? Tierney. Monreal, Gael Clichy. Get your votes in. We'll leave that up until the end. Kieran Tierney, Nacho Monreal, and Gael Clichy. Maybe it's too early to make the judgment, you know. Maybe you need to see him, but it's up there anyway. There we go. It's up. Better than Tavares? Yeah, he is. It's all about the halves, man. We have to. BBC website gave him man of the match. No, come on. Behave. He overlapped 2 or 3 times. I think Arteta tells him to sit back more. Tierney or Silvinho. Silvinho was decent. Even Van Bronckhorst. I agree with that. The level has gone up. Yeah, that's what I think. Tierney walked into a back four that had Hector Bellerin, probably like Rob Holding and David Luiz. So we were like, oh my God, Tierney's so good. Now we've got a whole back four that's at a similar level. It pinpoints certain performances. Clichy, yes. Monreal, no chance. Him not overlapping by design, though. Still taking Tierney, Van Bronckhorst, Andre Santos, Tierney. Clichy was a liability. Gibbs, Clichy, Silvinho, or Tierney or Monreal. Cole, Clichy, Monreal, Tierney. Right, we'll move. The vote's there. Get your votes in, people. And We'll have a look. Two centre-backs. Now, for me, I'm probably going to say I think these were the two best players on the pitch yesterday. I'm going to give Benjamin, I'm calling him Benjamin today. I think Benjamin White was excellent yesterday. I really do. And he's somebody that I'm not a big... Well, listen, I won't say I'm not a big fan of him. I haven't been completely convinced that he's a £50 million centre-back. This is interesting. Thomas said, I'm a Celtic fan too. He was never this far back. So maybe Celtic allowed him to get forward a lot more. So maybe that's why he was a better player. I thought Ben White was excellent yesterday. I really do. Won so many headers. I thought he was excellent. And Jimenez is very good in the air, by the way. Khan said, Curtis, have you decided if he's a good buy yet? I'll make that judgment at the end of the season. I think he's a good player. I really do. I just wasn't sure whether he was 50 million and whether, you know, he was the level we need. I would say... What would I give Ben White? I think he was 8 out of 10. I thought he played well yesterday. I really do. You look back at the game, he wins nearly every header. Nearly all his clearances were good. He didn't do anything wrong. He was calm on the ball. There was a time he brought the ball out and kept it. I thought he had a good game yesterday. I really do. Rowan said he can't handle pacey strikers. Now, I remember when he signed, and that video was up where Rashford kind of ripped him up when he was at Brighton. And people were saying that's the kind of player he struggles against, the small, quick strikers. We saw Jota really troubled him. Maybe Jimenez was a lot easier for him to deal with. Ben White gets an 8 for me. I thought it was a very good performance. Definitely deserves credit for that. But let's hope he finds that level on a consistent basis. Hopefully he gets in the England squad as well. Gabriel Magalhaes, the best teeth for Arsenal. Amazing veneers, fresh out of the favelas of Brazil. It's funny, when he came to Arsenal, his hairline was disappearing. I didn't know what was going off. He looked like he was advertising McDonald's. The hairline's come back. The teeth are sparkling. I'm a massive fan of this guy. I just think he's going to be a fantastic player. I think he'll play for Brazil once Thiago Silva retires. I'm just a big fan of him. Man of the match for me. Scores the winner. Played the through ball that Lacazette should bend into the far corner. That should be a goal, an assist, and a clean sheet. He was fantastic yesterday. Absolutely fantastic. But that is the only thing I do agree with Reams. It was a stupid yellow card. He's time wasting on the free kick and gets a yellow. Ridiculous. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. I thought he was absolutely brilliant yesterday. I think he's class. It was interesting that Lacazette said in his interview when he learns English fluently, he thinks he should be the captain. I think he's brilliant. I really do. I've said many times, I think he's going to be... We're going to look back at him in a few years and say, this is one of the best centre-backs we've had over the last decade, maybe 15 years since Sol Campbell. Man's a mountain, solid 9, 9.5. I'd like to even give him a 9.5, to be honest, but I'm going to give him a 9. Individually, they are not great defenders, if I'm honest, but as a partnership, they are solid, both 8. Listen, sometimes playing with a certain kind of defender gets the best out of you. I saw an interview once with Vincent Kompany where he was saying him and Jerome Boateng wasn't a great partnership. And Jerome Boateng, you know, has won the Champions League. He's won the World Cup. He's been a colossus since he's been, obviously, at Bayern Munich. He's gone on to Lyon now. Manchester City signed Joleon Lescott. And Joleon Lescott is not as good as Jerome Boateng, but he just said the balance was 10 times better with Lescott than it was with Boateng. And sometimes that's what it is in football. It's just about a certain player, certain balance. So... I think these two are definitely building a good partnership. They seem to get on well off the pitch. They're always commenting on each other's posts as well. So I love it. Gabriel, 9 out of 10, man of the match. HK, Talk is Cheap should be out tonight, my friend. Swedish Chelsea fan said, not buying it. Ben Ish is bang average. Listen, what I would say, he's getting better. He's getting better. Time will tell. Top 5 in the Premier League. No wonder Real Madrid is on his case, Gabriel. That's an interesting one. You know what? We'll do some shows like that when we have a little break during the international break. Let's go into the midfield. Granit Xhaka. Gets his customary yellow card, stupid yellow card. I was begging for the manager to take him off. For me, I was thinking this has got red card written all over it. The yellow card was a joke. Should have headed the ball, let it bounce, then decided to pull him back. And it was just stupid. He wasn't terrible in the game. Kept the ball fairly well. Did make a fantastic clearance at the back post, to be honest. It's a free header. It's a goal if he doesn't win that header. So I do have to give him credit for that. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I don't think he was terrible. The yellow card frustrated me, I can't lie. But the clearance was fantastic. It's a Granit Xhaka performance. He does bring a certain level of stability when he's next to Thomas Partey. That's all I can say for him. But we still need an upgrade. It's clear to see. But, yeah, I give him a 6.5, Granit Xhaka. For him, it was decent. I hope no one was walking in the bookies and putting 50 grand bets on again. Although, in fact, if you did, you would have won. It's a cert he gets a yellow card. HK said he was born a 6.5. And he was born sent off, I think, red card. Elliot said 6, kept control, thank God. Didn't get sent off, so that's a positive. Thomas Partey, I thought he was fairly solid yesterday. I really did. I thought he was the better of the two centre mids. Got on the ball. He gave the ball away once. That was stupid. I was fuming. Did really well. Won the ball back, then gave it away. But apart from that, I thought he was okay. I thought he was better out of the two. Quite solid. I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. I think Partey was... I just hope between now and the end of the season, we see the real Thomas Partey. And he can stay fit, don't get sent off, and we see the best of him. Somebody said that Xhaka has now been booked 5 times, which will be a 1-match ban. I haven't actually seen that, but I will check. Amo said both a 6.5. South London's Finest thought he was average. He gives him a 5. Santam said 7 for the general. Still shooting pigeons, that brother. When is he going to finally just whack a shot in the top corner? I'm still waiting for it. Our midfield is so bad. Listen, it clearly needs upgrading. In the summer. So we'll have to see on that one. But yeah, I'll give him a 7. It was a decent performance. Let's go to Martin Odegaard. Now, this one was interesting. Again, I had conversations with people last night, and it's funny how some people see the game so differently. I spoke to 3 different people last night. Somebody said to me, they go, "Oh, Martin Odegaard, I thought he was bang average, didn't do much." I said, yeah, okay, fair enough. Then I spoke to someone else. They said, I thought Odegaard did well, got on the ball, made things happen. I said, yeah, he was all right. And then someone else was kind of in between the two. So this one is a difficult one for me because, as I said, I haven't watched the game back. I thought he was okay. I thought he got on the ball. He just didn't hurt the opposition. I always think number 10s, when you've spent 30, 40 million, you've come from Real Madrid, I expect you to damage the opposition a little bit more. Solid without being spectacular. OGD Bank said 8 out of 10. Penalty Spot said 7. Odegaard is getting stronger. Selsuk said 5.5. See what I mean? It's difficult. We all see it different. And I wish I'd have seen the game back. Max said Odegaard, love him, 6 for last night. I'm going to give him a 6 point... I'm going to give him a 6.5. And as I said, man, I haven't watched the game back in full. So I'm not sure. What I would say with Odegaard, he gets on the ball a lot in good positions. And I think what I want to see now from Odegaard is damage the opposition a little bit more. Play passes that create goal-scoring opportunities. Take shots. Be a bit more of a goal threat. He's definitely settling into the team. I just want to see a little bit more killer instinct from him. But... I thought he was all right. I give him a 6.5. And he does work hard. But, yeah. Is there room for Smith Rowe to get him out of that number 10 role? I don't know. I know a lot of people say that Smith Rowe can't play in the 10 role, that he's more of a number 8. So we'll have to see. Bukayo Saka on the right-hand side. I have to say, Saka is an interesting one for me. I do agree with that, Haroon. He does need more runners. I think more movement gets a better Martin Odegaard. Bukayo Saka's an interesting one. He did one of the nutmegs of the season, ruined the fullback, sets up Lacazette, Lacazette hits it straight at the keeper. But I got to be totally honest, he did a few good turns, but I can't remember him doing that much in the game. Again, I wish I'd have seen the game back. I can't think in my head whether Saka played that well or not. The nutmeg was great. He did a few turns, but I can't remember much else happening. And then he got subbed off. I didn't even realise he'd been subbed off. RM said Saka is overrated. Speak on it. He's got a lot of credit in the bank, man. He had a very good season. He got in the England team. Arsenal fans love their youngsters, man. They'll protect them. South London's Finest gives him a 6. The Reaper gives him a 7. Saka was poor, looks tired. From the Sun, Saka needs more killer instinct. Saka so much talent. Odegaard was good. He was dictating the tempo of the game, was playing as a number 8. Free Pepe. I'm gutted Pepe didn't come on. Saka 7, getting his match sharpness back. Keys gives him a 7. Reams gives him 6.5. I thought he was a little bit quiet, man. It's a difficult one. Big up my bro Turkish in the chat. I just saw him earlier as well. Make sure you go and watch the Big 6 tonight. I think he said it's on at 9 o'clock. I'm sure you'll be tuned in. He said Tierney will be the best. Monreal was the most efficient, was a solid part of a poor defence that won FA Cups. Clichy was good, but his best days were at Man City. That's probably a fair point. I think when Tierney's good, he's better than those two. Monreal was like average, but consistently average. Clichy at times was a liability, I felt, at Arsenal. Was quite good getting forward. Obviously, he went to City and had Nasri and all these quality players company, and he won titles. But big up Turkish. I'm going to give Saka I don't even know what to give him. This is why I usually watch the game back. I got hyped up off the nutmeg, but I don't know if he did that much in the game. 6.5. I would have given him a 6. I'll give him 6.5 because he nutmegged someone. You know what I mean? I actually, this is the hardest player ratings I've done because usually I watch the game back and I can't really remember how well he played because obviously during the stream I'm looking at the comments a lot of the time. Desmond said, watch that passing sequence between Odegaard, Saka and Lacazette. Would have been goal of the season. Lacazette fluffed his shot. That particular move is fantastic. And Lacazette, I'd be fuming with him. I'd say, bro, I've just nutmegged this guy, played a 1-2, and you've hit it straight at the goalkeeper. So I hear you on that. The game can be very different if that's turned into a goal. But like I said, I'm a little bit off. I'm giving him a 6.5. Could have got on the ball a lot more. And DV, I'm noticing every team doubles up on Saka now. That's because he had a good season. Gabriel Martinelli. Again, this is a difficult one. Do I hammer Martinelli because you got sent off, you let the team down, and you could have cost us the game? So do I give him a low rating? Do I not give him the low rating and say, well, the referee cheated and shouldn't have sent him off? I'm going to do it. This is what I'm going to say about this red card before we get into the rating of Martinelli. Martinelli has to take responsibility. I'm a great believer in life, in accountability. If something goes wrong, look at what you could have done better. If you isolate both of them incidents, they are both yellow card incidents, right? That's what I'm going to say first of all. He has to take accountability for what he did. However, just from a purely common sense point of view, I have never seen a referee ever do that, what he did last night, Michael Oliver. And I believe sometimes common sense should override a rule in football. However, they are poor tackles. They really are. They're poor tackles. So I don't think he was at his best last night. He started the game pretty well. He was lively. There wasn't enough end product. And I do think as much as I love Martinelli, right, and I think he's a huge talent, he has to learn to play at two different speeds. It's something Pep spoke about Foden a lot of the time. He said he held Foden back for so long because he played at 100 miles an hour every time he got the ball. And he said the best players have to be able to play at 2 or 3 different tempos. Martinelli, it's like a bull running into a red wall the whole time. It's just constant chaos. Calm down a bit, slow the game down. I'm gonna have to give Martinelli a 4. I really am. I'm gonna have to give him a 4 because to me, when a player gets sent off for something stupid like that, you could have cost the team the game. I'm not gonna give him a high rating. I'm sorry. Some of you will say I've done him dirty. He could have quite easily cost us that victory last night. And I thought second half he was quiet. Big up Turkish, who said, love my people. Hope you guys show the Turkish Shore show some love once we get going. Yeah, man, the show soon come, man. 100% we're going to sort that this year. Half the time people call me Turkish in here anyway, and people calling him Curtis, so we'll mix it. Yeah, 4 out of 10 said South London's finest. Okay, well, he said 5 only because this is a teachable moment. Not against him, but we will... all right, yeah. No, do you know what? I don't want to hammer him. It's his first red card of his career. It's his first red card of his career. But he did let us down. Man said, why not the Shore Turkish? Oh, dear me. Now, let me... 4, 5, 4.5. He let us down. He did. It could have cost us. Kirkish should be the name. Martinelli 5 for me, but spot on big. I give him 4.5. And listen, I love him as a player. I don't want to hammer him. As I said, the ref, I think if the ref gives him a yellow card, I don't think any Wolves player is complaining. That is my point about the common sense issue. But in isolation, they are both silly fouls. He'll learn from it. He'll only miss 1 game against Brentford. So let's finish with Alexander Lacazette. I'm going to come away from this picture for Lacazette. I know people will think I've done Lacazette really dirty over the past 12 or 14 hours with a couple of my videos. But as a striker, now, I never played at the level that Lacazette's played at. So have I got a right to question him? Probably not. But that picture on your screen... that causes me pain, people. I'm in agony watching that. The guy to my left-hand side on this green screen, Thierry Henry, and I know, listen, Lacazette is no Henry. He used to score from that angle in his sleep. How many times? If you scored on a Saturday and someone said, what was your goal like? You say, oh, it was an Henry finish. Everyone knows what you mean. Left-hand side of the penalty area, open your body, bottom corner. Lacazette. You caused me a lot of pain looking at this. He could have done a lot of things here. Number 1, do the Thierry Henry finish, which he did, but didn't do it right. Number 2, you can nutmeg him. The keeper's legs are wide open. You could even try and give him the eyes and whip it back near post. You could even chip it over him if you was about that life. He literally does absolutely none of them. I cannot believe he missed the target. That's what I think did me. So if he whips it in the far corner and the keeper tips it wide, I could have dealt with that more than him missing the target. What do I give Lacazette? Listen, let me add balance to this. Lacazette set up the goal. He deserves a little bit of credit. But you have to finish this. This is your dinner. This is when you come in after a long day's work and your dinner is on the table. Finish your dinner. You're starving. He dropped the whole plate on the floor and smashed it. Got to score that. Sets up the goal, works hard, but I can't accept you missing that. I'm going to give him... what do we give him? 5. Some people saying 3. Could have also faked on the shot on near side. 3 degrees. Because of the work rate and the assist... I'll squeeze a 5 out, 4.5, 5 for him. That's it. He can't get nothing more than that out of me. You can't miss that chance. I give him a 4.5. Give him a 4.5. Like, that's head loss. It was, like I said, Henry angle, but Shamak levels. Head loss. Absolute head. Listen, we all think we're experts, man. We all win the league on Football Manager. You know how it goes. He was worse than Martinelli apart from the red. Yeah, but that miss, man. I'm in agony watching that. I give him a 4.5 for the assist. I'm in a good mood. It's Friday, people. Let's quickly get into the press conference. Not much waffles today, people. He didn't speak for too long. It was not like a full interview. In fact, somebody just said there, Rob Holding. I'm going to give Rob Holding a 7 for the clearance at the end of the game that he cleared off the line. I didn't even realise he'd come on for Saka. But that was a great clearance from him. It really was. Shamak levels, man. Kieran Tierney won the poll. Let's end the poll. He's got 41%, I believe, Kieran Tierney. Which I'm not surprised. The fan base, you know, it's people love Tierney, innit? And he is a quality player. Lacazette could be our new midfielder. Maybe we have to change him to a midfielder because the man cannot keep up with Martinelli and get in the penalty area. It's wild. Leon Lacazette would have scored that all day long. All day long. Let's get into the press conference reaction. Coneman music business. Mickey Ross settings. Doesn't even look that happy considering we win. That is a stern face, man. I'm telling you. Doesn't look happy, does he? But Arteta on the win. Martinelli's red and Rob Holding. I think it was just a short interview after the game, not a full press conference, the usual. He said, on the performance, obviously it was a massive game for us, playing away against a really good team that makes very little errors, that concedes very little and are extremely dangerous. I think we had some really good periods in the game. We went ahead, but the red card changes the context completely. We had to dig in. We had to suffer. We showed great resilience. We defended the box extremely well. That's why, at the end, we got the points. On the red card record, he said, very worrying. To be fair, this is the first time I've seen a red card like this in 18 years that I've been in this league. I think you have to be pretty willing to give a red card in that situation. But still, it happened. We know that playing with 10 men in this league, you're not going to get points, enough points, the points that we want, and we have to stop it. To be fair, it's difficult to find arguments and ways to transmit. The word transmit is back. That to the players. Everybody says it's the most disciplined group they've seen in the last 15 years. But still, we are getting red cards for other things. Listen, the facts speak for themselves. Oh, man said I didn't give Eddie a rating. Coming to America. Norbit. Hercules. What do you want me to give Eddie, people? He put the kit on the right way and he tied his boots. 2 out of 10 for Eddie. Thanks for turning up. I can't go beyond that, I'm afraid. Eddie Murphy gets a 2. He said, he said it's the most disciplined group in the last 15 years, but we've had 15 red cards since he's been the manager. We've had 5 red cards this season. That just doesn't add up, my friend. On the resilience and character, he said, I keep telling you, by the way, that was the first diss track to the ref. He had a shot at the ref there. On the resilience and character, he said, I keep telling you guys how close they are, how much they like to play together. Man said, I keep telling you guys how close they are. All right, we're listening, bro. Calm down. How much they like to play together, the unity and togetherness around that dressing room and how willing they are to defend that shirt every single match. I really mean it when I say that. And today was another example. I think we have so many, and that's why I'm proud to be the coach of these players. Man dropped a Martin Luther King speech on a Friday afternoon, people. Jeez, all right, relax. They're willing to fight for each other. We get it. Now get top 4 and do your job. You know what I mean? Calmer, Mikel, man. Jeez, we didn't win the title yesterday. Just keep it moving. Free Pepe, man. Yo, as I said yesterday, people, Pepe might not be a striker, but I would rather see Nicolas Pepe coming on than Eddie and Nketiah up front. I'm sorry, man. We got to stop with this Eddie experiment. It's not the one. Dropping Martin Luther King speeches, man. Man's beasting. I feel like he's firing shots at us. I keep telling you guys how close they are. That's track 2, mate. You lot better listen to me. On losing Martinelli through suspension, he said, Gabby has been extremely good the last few months. I think the level that he's playing at, the way he's been every game, the way he's been evolving, there we go, Pokemon settings again, Charizard. It's a real shame because he's going to miss the game now because we need him and we are really, really short. I mean, I'm not going to I'm not going to have a go at him too much. We won the game. Everyone's happy. Big up my bro Fran in the chat. We are really, really short, my friend, because you let go of 6 players and didn't sign any. I'm sorry. You can't talk about your squad being short when you've let 6 players go and haven't brought in replacements. Yeah? But it is what it is. Man said, I have a cone that one day all cones can sit on the pitch together and be treated equal. Big cones, little cones, flat cones. Martin Luther King settings, man. I'm telling you, man loves them cones. On whether referees are targeting Arsenal, he said, if you ask me, I'm happy with the decisions we've had this season. Come on, man, don't cap. Oh, no, he said, no, I'm not at all. Fair enough, I take it back. Yeah, man, show some fire, man. But that's a conversation I will have privately with the officials. We need explanations with what happened in VAR, and I need explanations with what happened today. Man said, I need answers, man. Track 3, another diss track. You know what I mean? He's going for VAR, Stockley Park, all of them. He's coming for all of them today. Martin Luther Cone. Oh, man, the man's fiery today, you know. I'm telling you, man is fiery today. Oh, man. On whether he had those conversations already, he said no, but they are going to happen soon. Yo, he's not even moving like Martin Luther. Man's moving like Malcolm X. Man said, by any means necessary. Yo, Malcolm Arteta, man, I'm telling you. Mikel X. Man's firing shots at everyone today, man. Jeez. On Rob Holding's performance, the questions are wild, aren't they? Why not ask him why Pepe didn't come on? He said, today he deserves a lot of credit. He was on the bench. He was ready to help. His attitude, his commitment to the team, whether he plays every week or plays 1 minute, it's incredibly good. He's a really good influence for the rest. Today, he really helped the team. The way he defended the box made a huge difference. Thanks to him, we won the game. I mean, there's got to be some favoritism there because Rob Holding's got, you know, long hair now. Surely. This is hair favoritism. This is why he loves him. Because Mikel's got nice tidy hair. Looks like a Lego character. And now Rob Holding has as well. So maybe it's hair favoritism. He said Rob Holding's the reason we won the game. Listen, I give him some credit. It was a fantastic clearance off the goal line. But yeah, it is what it is. Unique pieces, man like Kirtley. Reaction to that Lacazette miss. Big up C Unit locked in, bro. I couldn't believe the miss, but yeah, we won the game. Anthony said Malcone X. Yo, man, you lot are harsh, you know, but yo, that's how he's moving. He's moving like a madman today. He's fuming with everyone. Smash them likes up, people. 1,700 of you in the chat. Can we hit 1,000 likes? We've been getting great numbers. Really appreciate your support. Every one of you legends who's been supporting the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget, today's video is sponsored by Spitch. It's in the description below. Brand new football app on behalf of OneFootball. Up to £70,000 a week you can win. We're in a pandemic, man. It's time to win some dough. Completely free to play as well. There is a paid version as well. So do that. And follow me on Twitch as well. The link is in the description. If we hit 1,000 followers next week, we'll go live. And if you think their meltdowns are good, those meltdowns are good against Lacazette, wait until you see a FIFA meltdown. Anybody that plays FIFA knows there's no meltdown like a FIFA Ultimate Team meltdown, let me tell you. DJ Dre said, ooh, hair, friends. Ooh, I've got a lovely long hair because I've been to Turkey, friends. Ooh, Rob Holding, look at his lovely long hair. I said, listen, mate, you got that long hair. There's your new contract, mate. You're going nowhere. I did do Eddie Nketiah's rating. He got a 2 out of 10 because he put his shirt on the right way and he tied his laces on his football boots. So, you know, that's about as far as it went with Eddie Nketiah's performance, to be honest. There's not much more I can add to it. Let's get a few of your comments in before we round up. Osman said, I went to rehab after FIFA. Too much stress. FIFA should come with a health warning, mate. That is the most stressful game you will ever play in your life, especially if you play Ultimate Team. It's agony. You spend all that time grinding, building up your team, and then the game's just wild. I need explanations. Waffle Records out now. Mixtape out in stores, man. Woo, kid. Dear. Agreed. The FIFA meltdown is the worst. Believe FUT is a killer, bro. The pads. On PS4, a couple pads got broke. I don't break the PS5 pads just because they're a bit higher. Ref rating. Listen, we need to get the ref to Brazil, man. We're going to drop him in Buenos Aires. You can deal with him over there, man. Because that ref, Michael Oliver, man, he always wants to be the star of the show, don't he? Theo said, Curtis, your reaction to Lacazzette's miss was fantastic. I felt a little bit guilty this morning, but I was caught up in the moment, man. I had to. When is Mr. Farley on next? I'm hoping to get him on this month. He's very busy, but he is talking, so let's hope we can get him on. Woo, kid! Mikel Arteta on the front cover, man. He's not ramping. FIFA could ruin your brain if you let it get to you. It's pure stress. Broke consoles, controllers, and a TV playing Pez. Need to beat Brentford, or yesterday was for nothing. Listen, we got a decent run of games, so hopefully we can make it count, people. People, short one today, 55-minute show. I am out of here. Smash that like button, subscribe, download Spitch, link in the description below. Follow me on Twitch, link in the description below. I'll be back over the weekend. Maybe we'll do a watch-along or something. Arsenal don't play now until next Saturday against Brentford. Enjoy your weekend, people. 3-point collecting. Happy days for all the Gooners. Enjoy your Friday. Hopefully, I will see you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bless.